Welcome to Let's Play Sonic the Hedgehog on the Sega Game Gear. So, let's go, after the title screen. Okay, the game is pretty much the same as the Master System version, except everything looks a little bit different. Sonic's been redesigned a bit, so he's smaller. The sprite is actually smaller because the screen is smaller. So it makes the enemies and the other objects look a bit bigger than the Master System version, but it's just because the sprite is smaller. The levels are redesigned a bit, but they're the same basic look about them, and the music's the same. Like in the Master System version, I'll be doing getting 30,000 and getting the 1-up and getting 50 rings. But I have to do the act in under 30 seconds, which means I have to get 100 rings and lose a life, so that I have enough time to get the 1-up and the and 30,000. I only have to get the 1-up once, and then it's gotten forever, because lives don't reappear. Right, so yeah, you get little warning signs now, which is a nice feature. That's it, kill him, and then go and die. So when I redo this act in a second, I'll get 30,000, but I won't have to get the life this time, so I'll be able to get 30,000 and the 50 rings, and have 5 lives now, so that it'll be as if I'll have 4 after losing this one, so it'll be as if I only did the act once, because I'll still be 1 life, 1 up basically. So off we go, just like in the Master System version. It's actually easier to get 30,000 in this, although as there are fewer rings, it's harder to get over 50, but I should be okay. Just have to hurry up a bit. Get as many as possible. Bounce on the crab, yep, crab meat. And then just go for it as always. Get over 50, that's what I need. What I need for the special stage. Good, 60, that's a good score. Yeah, see, I got 28 seconds on the Master System version, and you got 29 just. It's easier, the act is shorter, but there are fewer rings. On the Master System version, I managed to get up to 82. On this version, I really managed to get up to 64 while getting the 30,000. Yeah, you get points for getting the bonus panel now, which is a new feature. So I got over 50 rings and onto the special stage. This is being completely redesigned. Red bits from the start. There's now only a 1-up on the 2nd and 4th and the 6th and 8th special stages, instead of the 3rd and 7th as well, which is on the Master System version. But still a continue. It's actually slightly harder to get 99 because of the awkwardness of this special stage. Because the rings are located on that bit. Good, just managed to get 98, because I can't get 99 because, well, it's very difficult because I only get to drop down there once, and I didn't really want to go over, so I just got the ring 98 and then dropped down properly. But 98's a good score. Alright, Green Hill. Let's pause there to explain. This act is slightly it's still as easy as on the Master System, except at the end there's only 85 rings in the whole act. There generally appear to be fewer rings on every act in the Master System version. There's 85 rings in this act, but I can only really get a maximum of 84, because at the end the spinny thing is still there, but you have to spin over it to get over a load of spikes, and you can't jump back over them to get the ring that you missed, because I've never managed to get both rings. Anyway, I'll explain when I get there. See, a little warning sign. The shield looks a bit weird now, it looks smaller still, because the sprite of Sonic is very small in this game. That's still there. Yeah, the spin trick through the water still makes you go faster. If you can pull it off. It's actually harder to pull off in this one. Oh, missed. That's it. Kill him. Emerald is in the same location though, so shouldn't have any trouble with that. Yeah, if you spin through the water, you always go faster for some reason. That's it, just made that one. The enemies don't return either, unlike Sonic 2. So once you kill them, they're gone until you lose a life. Just kill him. That's it. Careful not to drop down. Yeah, this bit now. There isn't a bouncer at the bottom of the spinny thing. There's a long row of spikes, so you have to use a spinny thing, which means I can only ever get one of these rings. No, I managed to miss both of them today. Sometimes I get one, sometimes I don't, but I've never managed to get both of them. So I either get 83 or 84 rings there. But you can't jump back because the spikes are too long. Because if you could jump back, you wouldn't need the spinny thing to jump there, really. Right, this special stage. There's a life on this one. Whoops. Yeah, it's very easy to do that in this. Very easy, too easy in fact. But you get 2 minutes in it, and in the first 4. Good, just get the that. Continue. Yeah, then try to get the 1-up, which is down here. This is tricky, this one, I won't lie to you. You have to stay on these bouncy things, which now give you 10 points. And if you drop down, you have to go back to the start. Just very careful like that, that's it. Perfect. Because if you drop down... Yeah, 93 rings, that'll do. If you drop down, you have to go all the way back there. I don't really want to go back up again because I might go over 100 rings, so I'll keep 93 rings there. And if you go back up again, you'll be forced to go through the bouncy things and the rings, and you'll most likely go over 100, so it's best to do it first time to get the 1-up there. But they're certainly much harder than the Master System equivalents. You see, some bits in this game are easier than the Master System version, like this boss is much easier, and getting the 30,000 on the first act. But some bits are harder like that. Yeah, this boss is much easier now. If you recall from my Master System playthrough of this, yeah, hurry up. You can only get him in the air the second time he comes round, and even then you have to time it, which I just managed to pull off on my Master System playthrough to get the 10,000 point bonus. But here you can just get him in the air easily first time round all the time, whether he's in it highest or lowest. So it's much easier, so you can always get 10,000 here, there's no excuse not to. So that's 10,000 there. So yeah, the Master System version is much harder. Well, it's not really harder, it's just harder to get a good score on it. This one's much easier. Right. Bridge zone. I'll just explain quickly about this one. This zone is both easier and harder like the rest of the game than the Master System version. This act is a bit harder because there are fewer rings, and you seem to... It's slightly longer than the Master System version, but Act 2 is a bit easier. It doesn't take as long to do. Anyway, the Yadwin still sometimes hurts you if you get it from the front, but it does it a lot less often than on the Master System version. But it's still annoying, and it still happens. I don't know whether it's a glitch or not, but it is annoying. It sometimes hurts you even when you spin into it from the front. Get as many rings as possible. That jump is slightly harder. And you just made it there. Get him. Jump from the pink thing, and then the first bounce should send you to the 1-up. That's it. Should get a few more rings. Should just, yeah, I just need 5 rings for 99, so that jump's a bit harder as well. Just get one, just one more, that's it, good. That was very close. 59 seconds. So, because the bit at the end was a bit awkward, I wasted a bit of time, but luckily I still got under a minute and got 99 rings. Normally I only get 95 or something, so that's quite a good run. Third special stage, it's a bit harder than the Master version, even though you have 2 minutes to do it. It's because the bouncy things, even though they give you 10 points now for some reason, they're a lot more sensitive. It's not very easy to go crazy on this and start bouncing around. It's very annoying when it happens. Yeah, I think they give you 10 points because they borrowed that idea from Spring Yard Zone on the Mega Drive version. I think something bouncing on something there gives you 10 points. And just be very careful to avoid the bouncy things. As many rings as possible. Oh no, here we go. Nope. Just escape now. I'm gonna leave 9J because there's only 2 there on their own. I hate that that gap there. I always nearly muck that up. That was close. Right, 9J will have to do. I could have gotten a couple more, but that would have sent me over 100. I don't want to go over 100 because then I get no rings. Yeah, the second time round you do that one is very difficult. Right, this act is easier than the Master System version. Even though there are fewer rings, it's you get a lot more time. If you remember my Master System playthrough, you normally do this act in about 2 minutes, but if you just jump at the right time, you can do it in 1 minute 59, which will net you a 3,000 time bonus as opposed to 1,000 for 2 minutes. But only if you jump just at the right. Whoops. That's annoying. Jump just at the right time. On this version, however, you always do the acts in about 1 minute 53 or 54 or something, so you always get 3,000 of this one. There's a Yadrin here. Make sure you spin into its back, not the front, otherwise it could hurt you and it will send you flying into the water and possibly lose your rings if you don't have a shield like I don't, because I lost it. So be careful of that. Try to get all these rings here. You need as many rings as possible because there aren't that many rings on this act as compared with the Master System version. Careful of this jump. I sometimes forget where the platform is and fall in the water there. Kill him. I don't think there's a Yadrin on this bit. No, there's no Yadrin. The life is now easier to see. You don't have to duck to see it. You can always see it. So that's easier. Try to get all the rings. You have to go up again. Kill him. The Buzz Bombers seem to come out much faster than they did, and they're more of a surprise. This bit's easier because you get a little platform in the middle than on the Master System version, whereas on that version you had to do it all in one go. So to get 80 rings, which is 19 shy of my 99, which is what I got in the Master System version, but 1 minute 53, which means you always get 3,000 time bonus, unless you wait at the end, but I don't know why you'd want to do that. Right, now for the special stage. I'm going to say slightly harder than the Master System version. It's very easy to miss the life and the continue on this, so be careful. Make sure you go down there for the life. The life is down there, and the continue is even trickier to get. So if you fall down there without getting the life, there's no way back up. It's very annoying when I miss the life. So be careful of that. Yeah, to get the life, you have to go on the bouncy thing and then get the continue. But I only got 74 rings, but it's tricky to get more, really. because it's very easy to bounce down, and I don't want to miss the continue. Even though the continues are useless in terms of points, I always like to get them. The lives in the special stages are not needed to make the life on the last act appear. Only the lives in the acts are needed to make the last life appear. So yeah, the life is easy to get there. So you only need the lives in the acts, really. You don't. The lives in the special stages are just bonuses. And even though it looks as if there's 2 in that special stage, you only get 1. The other one disappears. Yeah, this boss is slightly harder because as it's not in water, it's very difficult to get him 4 times because he goes lower than the platform like that. So, but I can still get him quickly enough to get 10,000 though. 1 more, yeah. I got him 4 times the first time. Because it's in the water on the mastered version, you can bounce lower than the water. And you can't bounce lower than the platform, rendering it easier to complete because there's no chance of drowning in the water, but it's harder to get to do it quickly. So it's the easy hard thing, like on the rest of the game, really. Right, and on to Jungle Zone, which I shall do in part 2. So I'll see you then. Bye bye.